Hi, and welcome to this ClickLearn demo. My name is Lars Heinrich, and I'm the training manager of ClickLearn. I'm going to take you through all the nice features of ClickLearn. Now I'd like to show you the most important part, namely what the end user will get. So the example I'm going to show you here has been embedded into the IFS solution. Let me show you. Here we see an example of a learning portal, and I'm going to go into one of these business areas and show you one of the processes that have been recorded in here. The first thing the end user will be seeing is the HTML file of the written documentation that ClickLearn has created. What you see here, all of what you see here, has been created just from my recording. Based on that, we produce 7 different formats of learning content. The first thing we're looking at here is the HTML file of the written documentation. ClickLearn has created each and every sentence for me. It's cropped all the images perfectly in the size that I wanted and put in all the highlighted areas. That ClickLearn has done through the full process. The only thing that I did here was to record the process and click on Produce. I'm going to show you how that works a little bit later. The HTML file is part of the written documentation. This also is shown as a PDF and as a Word document, pretty similar to what we're looking at here. But what I would like to show here is also the PowerPoint slides. ClickLearn has also created PowerPoints. The same process described. Now instead of having the cropped images, I'll have the full images and all the sentences down below. Here you see the PowerPoint slide. All the full images, same highlighted areas in there, same text beneath each of the slides. So in case of classroom training or any other needs where you need to blow this up on the big screen, you will have the full images shown in here. Even more than that, ClickLearn has also created video content. So ClickLearn has created both a show me, try me, and a test me video. I'm going to show you all these. The show me video is a self-running video. Everything is narrated, everything is subtitled, everything is perfectly aligned in there. Let me show you.
Navigate to Procurement, Order, Purchase Order. Click on the tool strip item New. You may also press F5. Click on the data field supplier.
So that's what the show me video looks like. There's also a try me video. So the try me video is a simulation of the process they need to go through. So they can actually walk through the full process without being in the live system, simply by going through this simulation. Let me show you this one.
Navigate to Procurement, Order, Purchase Order.
So now I need to interact with the simulation. I need to go and click on the specific area.
Click on the tool strip item New.
Then ClickLearn will progress through the process and show me where the next action is. So this can be compared to a sandbox system. You don't need to set up any data for this. You don't need to maintain data in a sandbox system, anything like that. They can simply just go through this process whenever they need. They can be learning exactly at the point where they want to be learning. So once the end user has been going through any of the content, either looking through the written documentation, looking through any of the videos, trying out the process themselves, they can also test their abilities to go through the process before going into the live system. For that, we have the test me. The test me is similar to the try me, but now I'm not going to be shown where to click. It will tell me what to do, which actions to do in there, but I need to know my process myself.
Navigate to Procurement, Order, Purchase Order.
And as you see here, it's not going to be showing me exactly where to do the action here, so I need to remember this. If I don't remember, let's just try to click around a couple of times. As you see here, I needed to click 3 times before it actually shows me where to go to. So this way, even though I'm going through a complex process, I might forget a little bit, but I'll actually get the help I need during process. This might be one of the best ways to be learning, doing a mistake and actually getting the correction in here. I'm going to take this the rest of the way through the process just to show you the end result as well.
Click on the tool strip item New. You may also click on the tool strip item List of values. You may also press F8. Click on any row in the column Supplier Name. Click on the Data Field Coordinator.
Here at the end of the Try Me, I will get a detailed evaluation of how well I performed through the Try Me. In this way, I'll know if I'm able to go through the process or if I need to go and learn a little bit more. So the last thing I'm going to get here with the ClickLearn application, with the learning content we've been added into a learning portal, is the ClickLearn Assist. The ClickLearn Assist will be able to guide me through the process. So in cases where we have processes we don't really know by heart, could be something like doing time registration, which we don't do that often, I will have the option of going through the process, being led on screen by the ClickLearn Assistant. Let me show you this one. So once I click on the link to the ClickLearn Assist, the ClickLearn Assist will pop up here on my screen and take me through the process. As you see here, first of all, the ClickLearn Assist will in this case navigate for me. So once I progress through the process with the ClickLearn Assist, it will progress with me. So in this way, I get all the help I need to go through this process. So now I'd like to show you how ClickLearn works seen from the author side. So I'm going to create a new recording and show you how easily I can get all the content. So I want to start up a new recording and give it a name. So once I've started my recording, I'll get a toolbar up in the right side of my screen. And in the toolbar, I'll be able to select if I want to record one single step at a time or automatic. So I'm going to select automatic because I want to record more steps in my process in one go. I also have a recording button. When I click on this, the ClickLearn tool will disappear. Now I'm able to record my process. So what ClickLearn will do is record all my steps in the system that I want to be recording. And in this way, I'll have all my steps captured. Let me show you. So I'm going to start by going through some navigation. And as you see here, there's a green rectangle appearing all the time. This green rectangle is telling me that ClickLearn is ready to record my actions. So, almost done. Just going to capture a couple of steps more here. And there we go. Once I'm done with my recording, ClickLearn will let me know all the steps that I've recorded, and it will also let me record more steps if I need to add some more steps, if I suddenly find out that I'm missing something. All steps that I need to record later on can also be done through the editor. I'm going to stop my recording, and let's just go directly into the editor and see what I actually have here. So now I did my recording, and as you'll see here, I have everything created for me. That's all I need to do. So let's have a look at this. As you see, ClickLearn has captured each and every step perfectly. It's cropped the images perfectly in the size that I wanted and put in all the highlight area. And it is done through my full recording. Even more than this, ClickLearn has also created the Show Me video, the Try Me simulation tool, the Test Me, and also Word, PDF, and PowerPoint in regards to the written documentation. So that's all you need to do in order to achieve all the documentation that I just showed you. ClickLearn will record all the steps that I go through in the system. I might also need to add some extra information in there. This could be do's and don'ts, it could be conceptual information that needs to be added for the end user. That's all done in the editor. I'm going to show you a little bit of editing and what you can do in there. So, first of all, I would like to take away some of the steps I've recorded in here because I have the full navigation already covered in my 5th step. So all I need to do in here is mark whatever steps I want to take out of here, and then I can simply just choose to exclude all the content that I want in here. I would also like to add some information for my end users. This could be, why are you looking into this recording at all? What's the objective? So I'm going to add a section, give it a name, and save this. Below my section objective, I'd like to add some kind of text. I want to add some information, and that's done by adding what we call a text block. I only need to add text in here, but you can add text, you can add images, whatever content you need to add in here. So I'm just going to add very simple information here about what the end user can expect in here. So. Going to save my changes, and as you might have noticed here, whenever I add anything in here, it will be added to the preview immediately, so I can see exactly what I'm going to get once I go and produce this. So just below my text block I added in here, I'd like to add one more section just to build up some logic. So now, as you see in the preview that I have in my right part of the screen, I can see exactly what the end user will get. Now I've put in some text, I've put in some sections for my recording, and in this way I can build in the logic that I need for the end user here. Apart from that, when I edit my recording, I will not only be editing in the written documentation, I'll actually be editing in all the content that ClickLearn will be producing. In this way, I only need to do my changes in one place. If I want to preview the other content, I could switch to any of my other roles over here. So let's just go into the video editor and have a look at my video. It's going to immediately produce a preview for me so I can see exactly what I'm going to get in terms of the video as well. So here you see I can have a look at the video. I can see exactly how my end user will be receiving this part. And if I just go down below, the sections that have been added, the sections that I've added in here are also added in a little pop-up, so that will actually ease up the navigation for the end user as well.
Right-click on the column company with the value 10.
Let's have a look at the assist.
Click on the menu item.
As you see here, any of the information that I add in my recording, in the written documentation, will also be added for all the other content, both for the video documentation and for the ClickLearn Assist. Here you can see objective, user's guide, where you need to validate company information. So no matter where the end user will go, which content they choose to go through, they will get all that important information that I choose to put into my recording. So once I have my recordings ready, I would like to build up a learning portal. That's also very easily handled in ClickLearn. Let me show you how that's handled. Here's a screen where I can build up my structure. And the first thing I want to do is start building up some sections for my learning portal. So I'm going to simply just drag and drop a section into my structure. I'm going to give it another name. I could change the icon if I want to. Let's just do that. Go into the gallery and choose a specific icon and apply this. I would also like to change the color, so I'm going to change it to green. Now I'd like to add one of my recordings into this section, so that's also just simply done by dragging and dropping. Let's add another section. This one may be for the HR department, so let's just call it HR. Going to add another recording in there. In this way, I can easily build up my structure. I can add other stuff in here, like a divider line, a hyperlink, maybe to the support department, or whatever hyperlink you need in there. Also, I can do segmentation in my structure. So let's say I want the HR part not to be available for everybody. So I'm going to go into the advanced mode here and create my own segment. Going to add it only for HR, save the changes, put a check to enable that for that specific section, and save this. That's how you easily build up the structure. Let's have a look at the preview as well. So in here I have a preview, so I can see, as in the editor, exactly what I'm going to get. Here you see the structure I just built. In this case, of course, I'm seeing both the sales and the HR. If I go into one of these areas, I would see my recording I added in there. And if I look into that recording, I will see exactly what the end user will get. And they will get the HTML file, the show me, try me, test me, Word, PDF, PowerPoint, and access to the ClickLearn Assist as well. So that's how you build up a structure, and that will lead me on to the next part, which is how to produce and publish the content. Based on the structure I've created in ClickLearn, I'll now show you how to produce and publish the content. All the files that I've been creating up until now, they are all source files only used in ClickLearn. So once I'm ready to get my content, my full learning portal produced and published, I'm going to start up this process. First of all, I need to choose how I want to deploy my content. Then I need to select whatever languages I want to produce in. And in my case right now, I'm just working with the English version of my learning portal. Here I want to have all my content tracked, making sure that I can get in the analytics from my end users using ClickLearn. Next part here, I can decide exactly who I want to have access to the ClickLearn Learning portal. So now ClickLearn is producing the content. ClickLearn produces this in the cloud, and this means that even though you have slow laptops or anything like that, you will have a high speed of producing the content anyway. Everything will be produced and saved in the cloud. Once everything is produced, I'll be able to publish the content. Now my content has been produced. Now I need to publish this. I'm going to click on the Publish button. Now everything is published. Everything is published in the cloud. All I need to do now is to decide who's going to get the links to the learning portal. And of course, I have one link for the ones which were only for HR. So I'm going to copy that link and send it out to the people that only needs to see the HR. And then I have the other link, which will be the common link, which will be for everybody else. Let's have a look at the learning portal I just created. So here you see I just added the simple URL. This URL can be shared with the end users in any way you like. It could be added as a simple shortcut within IFS, and then the end user will have access to the learning portal directly from within IFS. I'd like to embed the learning portal into the IFS solution, so I'm going to bring up IFS and add a shortcut. Give it a title. And paste in the link I just copied. Now I have my new learning portal within IFS. I can click on the link, and here I will see the learning portal I just created. I can go into any of the areas I want to be looking through and look into the documentation that I want to learn by. And here you see all the documentation I just created. Working with multiple languages is also easy when you work with ClickLearn. I'll show you how to add more languages to my learning portal. First of all, I need to decide which languages I want to have available. Here I can add any new language that I might need. So let's add German. And Spanish. There we go. So as you see here, it's been divided into language and what we call UI language. Let's say the application that I want to be sharing the information on only works in the English user interface for the Spanish part, so I don't want to have Spanish available for that specific user interface. I can easily take that out, so now the user interface for the Spanish language will also be the English screenshots. On the other hand, the German part also exists in the application that I want to be recording. So for this, I will also need the screens and the words coming from the application added to this localization. Once I've added the languages I want in here, I'll just save this. Then I'll continue into localization. With ClickLearn comes an inbuilt localization tool that will exactly analyze what I need to do in here. As you see here, nothing has been analyzed yet, but I'd like to run the analyzer. Now ClickLearn has analyzed my project, and here I can see I do have some replays I need to do. I do have some missing translations in here. I can easily handle what I need to be doing simply by further investigating what needs to be done. Once I narrow it down to the specific task that I want to complete, I can choose to either complete the task myself, or I could assign this task to one of the other users in my project. Here you can see I need to create 2 new replays of the German translation. So I see the task popping up here, and I can assign this task to any of the other project members. Once I've completed all the localization I need, I simply run the analyzer again, and then I have green lights everywhere and the localization has been completed. So I can always keep track of if any localization is missing. That's how easy you can complete your localization using ClickLearn. Keeping your documented processes up to date all the time might also be a very difficult task. With ClickLearn comes an inbuilt replay functionality, which will be able to replay the processes for you and keep them up to date. Let me show you how that works. I'm going to find the process I want to be replaying. Have the system ready in the background. Click on replay. Here I also get a toolbar where I can see exactly what steps I have in my process and what ClickLearn is going to be replaying. Once I start up the replay, I will also get the message that I'm not supposed to touch the keyboard or the mouse during the replay. So now I'm keeping hands off, and ClickLearn will go through all the steps I just recorded and have them updated according to, in example, new system changes. If there's anything wrong, if there's anything new in my recording, or anything new in the system, it will capture that as well. So now you see ClickLearn is going through all the steps I just recorded in my process and recapturing everything by going through the recording once again. Once the replay is done, I will have all the updates available in my recording, keeping my content up to date at all times. So now ClickLearn went through my process and had everything re-recorded. If there was any changes to the user interface, that would have been recaptured. This functionality can also be used to capture processes in multiple languages. Simply just boot up the user interface in the other language you want to capture and replay the recording you already have created with ClickLearn. Now I've taken you through all the nice features of ClickLearn. Thank you for watching.